Welcome to your 40-minute flow class. We're going to start in Virasana, Hero's Pose. And in Hero's Pose, you want your knees to come as close together as possible and your feet outside of your hips, all 5 toes facing behind you. This is a lot on your knees, especially in the beginning of a practice. You can sit on a block like Deidre's doing over there, and it can be less pressure on your knee joint and on your quads. So rest your palms on your lap facing down. This is a nice way to get grounded. Just feel the energy in your body. And try to lengthen your spine so you're rooting down either into the floor or the block and simultaneously lifting and lengthening your spine, the back of your neck, crown of your head up. Just notice your breath. Begin to deepen your breath a little bit more, just as a way to kind of harness your energy into the present moment, to your body, moving out of the thinking mind into the feeling body. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can begin to cultivate that oceanic quality of breathing, contracting base of the throat, creating a whispering quality to the breath as you sweep your breath along the base of your throat. And as you come into this breath, begin to gently massage your hands along your side, so up and down, forward and back, creating a little bit of friction, a little bit of heat here as you simply just bring some stimulation and blood flow to the thighs, to the arms, maybe a little bit faster, a little bit more vigorous. Stay with a nice, smooth, even breath. And then flip the palms to face up on your legs. Take a moment to simply feel using this energy, this life force, this prana to help you through your practice. Allow your palms to meet at your heart and create an intention for your practice. So why are you here on your mat? What do you want to get out of your practice? And see if you can allow your moving meditation to be an expression of your highest intention. Take a full breath in. Hold. Through your mouth, exhale. Any stale, stuck energy or stress, release it. Open your eyes. Reach the arms forward. Place your hands down. Lift your hips off of your heels, coming into tabletop position. And begin to just tap out the tops of your feet on your mat. Yeah, sending some blood flow after sitting in Virasana. Good. And then release that. Make sure that the arms are very straight. Shoulders away from ears. Tuck your right toes and press your right heel back. So just opening up the back of that right leg. You can shift a little bit forward and back here as you inhale. Drift the weight forward toward the palms. Exhale, press back through the heel. Just opening up the right hamstring, the right calf muscle. Keeping the back of your neck bright. Next time you shift your hands, your shoulders over your wrists, stay there. From the inner right thigh, reach the right leg up to the height of your hip. Inhale. Pull your belly button to your spine, and as you exhale, float your left arm forward toward the front of the room. Can you wrap the outer right arm back so the right shoulder slides down? This is really nice. So nice flat back. Feel one long line from your heel to your hand. Inhale. Exhale, round. Elbow and knee touch. So make your spine really high and stretch. Good. Inhale, stretch back. Right leg back. Flex the heel. Exhale, round, press into your standing hand. One more. Inhale, stretch back and forth. Exhale, scoop your belly and round. Good. Inhale, extend. Release everything down. Exhale, hand and knee. Good. Other side, just stretch your left leg behind you, tuck the toes, and begin to just maneuver a little bit forward and back. So it's kind of like a half plank position. You want to think here, very subtle, but your frontal hips lifting up, your lower back lengthening down. So there's a firmness in the belly, smoothness in your breath. Next time you shift the weight forward, shoulders stack directly over your wrists from the inner left leg. Reach your left leg up just to the height of your hip. Keep your lower abdomen active. Exhale the right arm forward so your right bicep tracks by your ear, thumb on top. Soften that right shoulder head back and firm that left thigh bone forward into the hip socket. So you're nice and sturdy. The back is flat. Great. Inhaling. Exhale, round. Scoop it and try to touch elbow and knee. Great. 2 more. Inhale. Reach. Find length. Exhale, round. Draw it in. 1 more. Inhale. Extend. Exhale, round. Press into that left hand. Inhale, reach both limbs out. And release your right hand and your left knee. Good. 1 cat-cow. So as you inhale, arch your back, lift your chest, look forward and up. Exhale, round your spine. Press into your thumb, press into your index finger especially. Good. Inhale, neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. So if you'd like to move around initially in your down dog, feel free to pedal your heels, bending one knee and then the other, just waking up the backs of the legs. A great opportunity here to let your head go, especially, thinking all day long, moving, with the thinking mind, the to-do list. It's a nice time to just let your head hang like an apple off a tree. Shake it out, energize your arms and your legs in down dog. So magnetically, your heel bones reaching down toward the floor. Whether or not the heels ever touch the floor doesn't really matter. It's just that your quads are active, your hips are lifting so that you can alleviate any potential pressure or excess strain on the wrists. Inhale, glide forward to plank position. Shoulders move over the wrists like you did in the half plank. If you'd like to modify your plank, you can always lower your knees to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Take a deep inhale in your plank. Bend your elbows lower all the way down onto your belly with control. So you're using the breath to help you with the movements. Point your toes, spread your toenails. Inhale, peel your head and your chest. Wrap your shoulders, Bhujangasana. Stay here for 3 breaths. Try to lift the back of your neck so there's no wrinkles. Draw your outer ankle bones in and lift your hands 2 inches off the floor, remaining suspended in your chest and your sternum. Can you do this without clenching your glute muscles? Can you do this with your kneecaps lifted? Take another inhale. Good. Exhale, hands down, child's pose. Press your hips all the way back toward your heels. Keep the arms energized for this child's pose. The elbows stay lifted. Yeah, wrap your outer upper arms down so you're spreading between the shoulder blades. And as you press into your fingertips, you can use that to direct the hips all the way back toward your heels and breathe into your side ribs, breathe into the back of your heart as if you could actually send your breath to maybe more tight areas of your body. Good. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips, exhale, downward facing dog. So child's pose is always available. If you want to take it, if you need to rest, this is your practice. So honor your body. It knows more than I do. Begin to soften your knees and walk your feet forward toward your hands, 1 step at a time, elevating your hip bones as you journey to the top of your mat in Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Separate your feet as wide as your inner hips. Bend your knees a little bit if you feel tenderness in your hamstrings, and reach overhead for opposite elbows or forearms. Begin to sway a little bit gently side to side if you'd like. Good. Make sure you're not gripping or clenching your toes, which sometimes happens just kind of reactionary. So you want to kind of soften wherever you can and drift the weight toward the balls of your feet as your lower belly pulls in slightly. That'll create a deeper fold. Forward folds are cooling, they're strengthening for the lower limbs, and also a really great opportunity to just hang out, literally. Good. Release your arms down to the floor and heel toe your feet all the way to touch now at the top of your mat. So a slight gap between your ankle bones, big toes touch. Soften your knees, lift the inner arches of your feet. Reach your arms behind your lower back and interlace your hands into a clasp. Hug the outer corners of your shoulders back. As you exhale, float your fist toward the front of the space, any amount. Tuck your chin in toward your chest so that you're ensuring your neck, your cervical spine is relaxed. Keep the inner thighs drawn back. So tendency is to rest in the heels. You want to shift the hips forward a teeny bit so you're stacked. Aligning the body helps align the mind and align the life. It's all connected. Bend your elbows, hands to your lower back, and then safely releasing your arms down. Like empty sleeves, just let them dangle. Bend your knees a teeny bit more. Tuck your chin into your chest and begin to unfurl your spine up to stand. Keep the arms heavy, keep the belly firm, bone by bone by bone. Rising, shoulders wrap back, Tadasana. Tadasana is the blueprint posture for all of the standing postures. So you want to make sure that you are embodying a sense of strength, of rootedness in the low body, especially, and a sense of ease, of sukham, from the hip points up through the crown. So you're directing energy in all different movements. Good. Close your eyes for a moment, come back to your intention. It was all an opportunity to be present, it's all an opportunity to cultivate a moving meditation. Gently open your eyes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, hinging at your hips. Inhale, step your right foot back, lunge. Exhale, down dog. Press your chest toward your thighs, spread your fingers, move on the breath. Inhale, drive forward, plank position. Look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, option chaturanga, suspend or lower all the way like we did earlier. Inhale, rise to cobra or full upward facing dog. Only your hands and the tops of your feet down for up dog. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, keep the hips parallel. Exhale, step your foot all the way through to a lunge. You can help it through if it doesn't get there. Inhale, step your back foot up, look up, flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, fold forward. So you're using the breath as the teacher. Inhale, rise, all the way up to stand, gather. Exhale, hands to your heart, just resetting in Samastitihi. Inhale, reach up, grow from the feet to the crown. Keep the length. Exhale, fold, dive into your shins. Inhale, step your left foot way back behind you, low lunge. Exhale, down dog, flat palms, press your chest back to your thighs. Inhale, ripple the spine forward, plank position. Exhale, fold the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, back bend, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your left leg high from the inner thigh. Exhale, step your foot all the way through. Inhale, back foot forward, flat back from tail to crown. Exhale, fold, let go. Inhale, rise, rooting down in order to rise higher. Palms press. Slide your thumbs to your heart as you breathe out. Good. Adding on to that. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, hinging inner groins, melt back. Inhale, step your right foot way back to a lunge. Listen carefully. Exhale, plank to chaturanga right away. Look forward as you lower with control. Inhale, peel the heart forward and up. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step through. Good. Inhale, back foot forward, flat back. And exhale, fold. So try to find the rhythm. Inhale, rise. Very organic movements. Fold right back down. Exhale, belly pulls in. Inhale, step left foot back, lunging. Exhale, plank to chaturanga. Belly button lifts up as you lower. Inhale, the heart peels forward. Shoulders wrap back. Exhale, lift downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg sky high with control. Exhale, step it all the way through. Inhale, back foot forward, look up, pull the shoulders out of your ears. And exhale, fold, draw your navel in. Inhale, rise, root down, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samastitihi. Good. Full Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding at the hip joint. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, step or float into bent elbows if you're done. Inhaling, upward facing dog, strong legs or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And traditionally between salutations of this type, 3 to 5 breaths to feel, to check in. It's easy to check out. So challenge yourself and pay attention to how your body's feeling. Pay attention to the quality of your breath. Inhale, look forward, wind your hips back, bend your knees. Exhale, lightly step or float your feet to your thumbs. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, fold, keeping the length. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to your heart, exhale. So a full breath for each posture. That's the vinyasa. Again, inhale, reach up, shoulders slide toward the hips. Exhale, dive forward, leading with your chest. Inhale, look up, flat back. Exhale, step or jump lightly into chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay and breathe. Make sure if you're in your down dog and you look underneath you, you can actually see where your belly button would be as opposed to arching your back and sticking the ribs out. So this is good. So it's almost like you're rounding your lower back a little bit in down dog, especially if you're super flexible. Don't want to spill your guts. You want to seal the ribs in. Keep that containment of your center, of your core. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Exhale, step or float to the thumbs. Great. Look forward, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe out. Inhale, rise, root down, reach up. Bring your hands to your heart, exhale. Good, moving on. From here, hook your thumbs in front of you. Inhale, reach up, straight legs, arch back, press your pelvis forward. Exhale, bend your knees, swing the arms behind you, interlace your fingers, one breath in the shoulder stretch. Inhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, lower your back knee, hook your thumbs. Inhale, reach up, arch back, slide your shoulder blades down. Exhale, down dog, release your hands, step back. Inhale, lengthen, forward plank, inner thighs spiral up. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, heart forward and up. Exhale, press it back, downward facing. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it all the way through as you lower your back knee. Keep the toes tucked. Hook your thumbs. Inhale, reach up, arch back. Step your left foot forward. Exhale, swing the arms behind you, interlace and fold. Soft knees, hook your thumbs in front. Inhale, reach up, extend legs, arch back. Again, with momentum, exhale, bend your knees, swing the arms behind you, interlace and fold. Just a breath, rinsing shoulders. Inhale, hands to the floor. Step your left foot way back to a lunge. Drop your back knee. Hook your thumbs. Inhale, reach forward and up. Feel the heart open. Exhale, down dog. Frame your front foot. Step back. Inhale, glide to plank. Keep the hips lifted. Exhale, slowly lower. Keep the gaze forward. Inhale, peel it up. Exhale, press back. Inhale, left leg up, still following the waves of breath. Exhale, step the foot through as you lower the back knee. Hook your thumbs, inhale, reach up. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold forward, interlace your hands and let it go. Stay here, bring your toes and heels to touch. Bend your knees deeply, keep the hands interlaced. Inhale, look forward. Keep the hands interlaced. Exhale, extend the legs and fold chin to chest. Again, inhale, bend your knees. Pour the weight into your heels. You can even lift and spread the toes a little bit. Good. Exhale, extend and fold. Pull your belly in and up. Last one here. Inhale, bend your knees. Sit the hips back and down. So the shin bones move back. Lengthen your lower back. Lift your ribs away from your thighs. Now stay there. Release the arms. Float the arms forward enough. Utkatasana, chair pose. Stay and breathe. Wrap your triceps toward the front of the space so you can feel the shoulder blades kind of separating behind your heart. So you don't want to squeeze them together. You want them to melt down and away. So externally rotating the arms can help facilitate that smoothness. Lower back neutral. Great. One more. Take a deep inhale. Fold forward. Exhale. Fingers in line with toes when you fold. Inhale, look up, maybe hands to shins. Exhale, hands down, step or float, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog, see your nose. Exhale, downward dog, see your navel. Without lifting your legs, step your right foot forward for warrior one. Spin your back heel down, reach up, inhale. So you want to think of reaching straight forward and up for warrior one. Your back toes are on a slight angle forward, and you can use that, pressing to the outer edge of your left foot, to help you steer your left hip toward the front of the space. Same thing with the left ribs, the left shoulder. Yes, strong, straight arms. If you're tighter in your shoulders, you can widen the arms. Otherwise, try to bring the palms toward touching. Yes, strong, equal distribution of weight in each leg. Take another inhale, sink one more inch into that front knee. Exhale, hands down, step back and flow, chaturanga with control. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. So when I call upward dog, you can always take a cobra instead. And you can also always skip the vinyasas. If you don't like how they feel, if they become too much, just skip it and focus on the postures, that we do on the other side. Okay, so without lifting your leg, use your core to step your left foot all the way through. Pivot your back heel down. Rise straight up, warrior one. So always keeping the toes soft and direct the right hip forward, right chest, right shoulder. Soften the shoulders and offer it up. So if anything, if you want to work same thing as chair pose here, that external rotation of the upper arms in order to relax the shoulders. It's kind of the theme to all the standing postures and all of the extended arm postures. You don't want to hunch your shoulders up to your ears. You want them soft so there's space. And breathe. Think of your breath as that component of the practice of the posture that really allows you to be infused with all the healing energy that each posture has to offer. Take another deep breath. Inhale, sink one more inch. Exhale, hands down, step back, and slowly lower vinyasa. Inhaling, upward facing dog, heart forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job. Stay and breathe in your down dog for a few minutes. Oh, not a few minutes. That would be too long. Just for a few breaths. Strong in the arms and legs, soft in your heart. Buoyant and lifted in your hips. You can experience all different energies in your down dog. Inhale, look up, bend your knees. Bottom of the exhale, step or lightly float to thumbs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, inhale, chair pose. Sit the hips as low as you can. Reach the arms. Exhale, stand up, hands to your heart. Again, Surya Namaskar B. Inhale, bend your knees, reach up. So one breath per movement, putting it all together. Exhale, hands down, fold forward. Inhale, flat back, inner thighs back. Exhale, step or float, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing elbows tight to the waist. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot through, warrior one, rise. Back foot flat, reach all the way up. Maybe see the palms press overhead. Exhale, let it go. Step back and lower. Full breath out to lower. Inhaling, pull the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, left foot through, right heel down, rise up, press into the heel to help you lift. Exhale, hands down, step back. Resist your heels back as you lower down. Inhaling, back bend, and exhale, downward facing. Good. Just feel, checking in once again. So the deeper you breathe, the more energy you will have. So yoga, unlike other forms of exercise, is about cultivating prana, cultivating energy, so that you don't feel exhausted or winded. You actually will feel both relaxed and energized when you step off the mat. And you can facilitate that by making sure that your breathing is mindful, it's even, it's deep enough that it's the central focus for your practice. From here, reach your right leg up to the sky as you inhale. Bend your knee, open your hips. So get a nice stretch in that side body, nice twist. Try to hollow out the armpits and lift the left shoulder head slightly so you're maintaining a neutrality in the shoulder girdle. Re-extend the leg, inhale, square off your pelvis. Step your foot all the way through between your palms. Keep the back heel up in the air. Swing your right hip back and firm it in. Reach the arms forward to come up. Inhale, crescent pose, just passing through. On the way to warrior two, exhale, pivot your left heel down, widen your stance. Inhale, extend your front leg, shorten your stance, keep your left toes pivoted forward. Reach forward, exhale, full sideways triangle pose. Placing your bottom hand either on your right shin, a block, or the floor. So you would use your shin or a block in order to create more space from your right hip to your right armpit. If you feel like you're crunching the right side of your waist, it's not worth it. Just bring your bottom hand higher and reach up mindfully through your left fingers so you're not dumping the weight down. Good. Keep breathing. Keep rotating the inner right thigh up so the hip can tuck under you. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, strong legs. Widen your stance. Exhale, warrior two. Sink into it. Right palm up, inhale, reverse your warrior, tip back. Exhale, right hand outside of your right foot. Use a block or the floor. Inhale, reach your left arm up and overhead, externally rotating your arms so that your palm faces the floor. Gaze toward the extended palm. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Good. So the outer edge of the back foot plugs into the floor. You want to think that from the outer edge of that left foot, through the entire side of your waist, you're extending, getting long. Use the leverage between your front knee and front arm to spin your chest up. Good, yes. So you really want to roll the tricep down, bicep spins in toward you. One more breath here, keep spinning chest up. Inhale your left hand to the floor. Lift your back heel. Exhale, straighten your front leg and shorten your stance half the mat's distance. Inhale, look up. Swing your right hip back. Scissor your inner thighs. Exhale, chin to shin, Parsvottanasana. So you want to think here of harnessing your front ribs toward your back body. So once again, you're not spilling your ribs open. And there's a subtle magnetic energy between your thighs here. So feel both feet active. Back foot tugging forward, front foot pulling back. So energy in the legs, outer hips firming in to the midline. And then from there, you're just free to fold and reap the benefits of the posture. Good. Inhale, look up, soften the front knee. Exhale, lift your back leg in the air for standing split. Just for 2 breaths. If you'd like to hold on to your right ankle, you can do so to bring your torso closer to your standing leg. Both hands down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curtsy squat. Left knee behind your right ankle. Sit all the way down into half-seated spinal twist. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Place your right hand behind you. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Hook your left elbow outside of that knee and gaze back over the right shoulder. Work this twist with your breath. So as you inhale, you want to find length from your sits bones to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, you coil your spine, massaging the organs, detoxifying any impure energy. Inhale, release the twist, face forward. Keep the legs. Exhale, take a one breath counter twist to the left, just neutralizing. Inhale, face forward. And then exhale, right leg swings back, pigeon pose. Take your right hand to your front shin and bring your left shin forward enough so that you can feel it in the hip. I like here to tuck my back toes for a moment, lift the back knee up in order to kind of manually square off the hips. And then you can place your back knee down, point the toes. If you need padding under your left hip, if you feel like you're lopsided, you can place a block, or you can place, a cushion, a towel. Great. When you're ready, fold forward. Try not to hold any tension in your neck or your shoulders. It can happen. You can fold your elbows and make a pillow for your forehead there, or just stretch the arms forward like Deidre's doing. Yeah, either one. Good. And breathe a little bit deeper here as we get into the second largest joint in the body, the hip. Just empty the face, empty your throat so that you can breathe a little bit deeper. One more deep breath. Slowly walk your hands back. Take your time coming out of the pose. If you had padding, that was a good time to remove it out from underneath your left glute. Tuck your back toes, your right toes underneath you, and shift into a three-legged dog. Left leg up and back. Bend your knee and open your hip. Yes. Stay strong in that right leg. Stay lifted in the right shoulder, hollow in the armpits. Re-extend the lifted leg, square off your hips. Exhale, step the foot all the way through. You can bring the foot a little bit to the left to create more space in the sacrum. Inhale, reach the arms forward and then up. So you're moving with intention. It's not about just getting from point A to point B. It's about the journey. Passing through crescent, inhale on the way to exhale, warrior two, right heel down. Long stance for now. Inhale, straighten out your front leg. Shorten your stance a little bit. Reach your left fingers forward, forward, forward. Exhale, fold sideways. So there's a heel to arch alignment for triangle pose. Full variation of the posture is the bottom hand outside of the foot, but it's a little bit easier, more accessible sometimes to place your hand on the inside of the foot. Either way works. But make sure that left hip, that left butt doesn't swing out behind you. It's a common tendency, so you want to kind of press into the big toe mound of your front foot and imagine that the inner thigh is rolling up toward you. That's going to help you firm the hip in. Yeah. Front ribs compact toward the back ribs, so you're nice and straight. Good. Use your legs. Inhale all the way up to stand. Strong arms, widen your stance, re-bend your front knee, warrior two. Good. Stay in the legs, tip back, inhale, peaceful warrior, left arm up. And exhale, left hand down to the pinky toe side of your front foot. Pressing into the right foot, sweep your top arm up and overhead. Thumb out, pinky side of the arm spins in toward you. The drishti, the gaze, follows the extension of the right hand in order to create this long line of energy in the right side seam of your waist. Very common tendency in this posture is to take it into a back bend. So I want you to really think of harnessing your front body toward your back body, lengthening your lower back, as if you're aiming your left hip at your right instep. There's a lot to focus on here. So you want to revolve just your middle and upper back, but keep everything else stable. Keep working it with your breath. So there's always these little micro movements. And the more you practice, the more you'll feel it, and you'll really, truly understand that there's no posture that's ever actually done. It's always a moving, it's always a in progress. It's changing and shifting. Okay, I'll stop talking. Inhale your right hand to the floor. Lift your back heel up. Good. And then exhale, straighten and shorten your stance. Good. Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Swing your left hip in toward the midline. Look forward. Center your chest over your front leg. And exhale, fold chin to shin. So you want to think of laying your torso over your leg. So if you can't touch the floor with your hands, you can either prop yourself up onto fingertips, or you can use a support system. Blocks, you don't even need blocks. You can just use like pillows or something, books to help you underneath your palms. And it's nice for the central nervous system, the brain, to process that you're not falling. Good. That's it. Inhale, look up, bend your front knee, pour all the weight into your front foot, hop up into standing split. So just a couple of breaths here. You want to work on internally rotating the hips now. So the inner thigh lifts. There's a common tendency is to want to open that right hip and stretch, but we're going to do the opposite, and we're going to close it. So the leg may not come as high, but there's straightness in the hips. It's very, very compact. One more. Good. Hands down. Look forward. Breathe in. Bend both knees. Curtsy squat. Spiral all the way down to sit. Right knee outside of your left ankle. Sit up nice and tall. Use your back hand. Leverage the spine. Right arm up. Exhale. Twist to the left. If you don't want to hook the elbow, or if that's too much, you can just hug your thigh. Also, you can twist. If you're pregnant by any chance, I would always recommend that you twist the other direction, especially if you're past 3 months. It's kind of self-explanatory, right? You wouldn't want to squeeze your baby. Great. Inhale, come back through center, release the arms, keep the legs. Exhale, neutralize, counter twist to the right. Inhale, center. Swing your left leg back, preparing for pigeon. So you're going to use, I always use my left hand, slide the right shin forward. So yeah, a lot of people say it's like you want to get your right shin parallel to the front of the mat. That may never happen. But don't do so at the expense of your right knee moving outside of the hip. Keep your right knee in line with your hip bone, unless you want to have hip pain. If you want hip pain, you can bring it outside. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, set yourselves up. Maybe this side you need some support. The body's not always symmetrical. Then drop your back knee, point your toes, and begin to recline into sleeping pigeon. Again, just scan your body in every single posture. Where can I let go? Sometimes teeth, top and bottom teeth clench. Sometimes the jaw, the lips, just smooth it out and feel. Feel whatever you feel. And trust that it's exactly what you should be feeling. One more deep breath. Begin to crawl your hands back up. Remove padding if you're using it and just sink down onto your right hip. Swing your back leg around. Plant the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. If you want, you can hold on to your ankles or your shin bones and rock a little bit from left to right, just to establish a firm stance on your sits bones. And then to the best of your ability, bring your heels in as close to your groin as you can get them. Place your thumbs at the instep sides of your feet, fingers outside. Use your hands to open up your feet like they were pages of your favorite book. And keep that. It'll help the hips open. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. And then exhale, lean out. Think navel to insteps. So there's this quality of length, but keep your hips rooted down. So if the hips lift, there's no integrity, there's no foundation. Shoulder tips like wings. descending toward the hips. You can let your head hang here as long as you're not compromising the integrity of your flat spine. Inhale, lift all the way up to sit. Take your hands to your outer knees and bring your knees up. Walk your feet out a little bit, grab right underneath your thighs, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, float your shins parallel to the floor. So this is step one. Step two is to extend the arms out, palms face up, soften the shoulder heads back. Step three, straight legs, Navasana. You want to make sure that you're balancing on your sits bone. So if you shake a little bit when you're in the pose, you're probably in the right place, especially if you're not used to doing this posture. Don't round your back though, so keep lifting your heart up toward your thighs, lifting your thighs up toward your heart, breathing for 3 more deep breaths. 2 more, shoulders wrap down, heart lifts, thighs lift. 1 more. Slowly lie all the way on your back and hug your knees in toward your chest. Press your thighs against your torso and press your tailbone, your sacrum, very flat into the floor. Keep your right knee in and extend your left leg long on the floor. Energize the left leg so the heel presses away from you. And take your left hand to the outside of your right knee, drag it across your body over to the left. Extend your right arm out and gaze to the right. Twist. Massaging the organs now, it's really great to use your breath in this twist. And that's how the body really receives the messages from all of the postures of the magic. Inhale, bring the knee back into center and switch sides in your own time, but move once again mindfully. So as you reach the right leg forward, extend through the heel, hug the left knee, and feeling the space in between the postures. And then take your twist, right hand to the left knee, drag it across you. And when you twist here, try to keep that left shoulder down. So it's more important for the shoulders to be flat on the floor than for the knee, the bent knee, to be all the way down. So just try to focus on that and breathe into your lower back, your kidneys, into your belly and your heart. Inhale, come back through center. Hug both knees into your chest. Exhale, release your legs long on the mat. Allow your feet to flop out to the sides naturally, arms alongside your body, a comfortable distance. Take any final adjustments here so that you can feel supported by the mat, by the ground underneath you. Feeling supported enough to trust and to let go of all energy, of all muscular tension, of any gripping, any control of your breath. Just let it all move to the side for Shavasana, for relaxation. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, nourishing, receiving the effects of your practice. I thank you for sharing your time with me today. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Namaste.